Sheet 3 here, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about finales. So one question that I get asked a lot is, how do you get an idea for a puzzle box? Where do you start? And one of the best places to start when you're creating your own design is at the end. One of the reasons for that is because that's probably the most impactful moment of the person experiencing your puzzle box, is when they've solved it, what happens? And there's a whole spectrum of things you can do. You can do things that are small, you can do things that are large. I've seen puzzle boxes that when you solve it and you've sort of gotten the trick, that is itself supposed to be enough, and there's no other indication that, yep, that's solved. And so it's up to you to decide what you want people to experience when they solve your puzzle box. And because of that, because it's such an important part of that experience, the end is a good place to start. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of finales that I have just sitting around here in puzzle boxes, and some not on puzzle boxes, just to give you a taste of the range of things that you can do. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So let's take a look at some finales in some puzzle boxes that I have on hand here. Each of these boxes uses a totally different ending, and so I think that this is a good place to sort of start. And so we have the Picasso, we have the Tetresque, we have Benjamin's locker, Ben Franklin's locker, Rainbow Road. This is the old Mac, and then we have this Gumball machine here. And let's take a look at these. Little Picasso, this is a very small puzzle box, and it's intended to be a sort of a minimalist design, but still have some interest. But this solution has probably the least satisfying finale, but it is a finale, and that is getting money out of here. This is sort of the smallest conceptual way of doing this, of having a reward, but it is a reward. All right, here is Tetresque, and this one has also a very small finale, but it's maybe a little bit more interesting than money popping out that's still sort of attached to the box. You know, Lego money is popping out, not real money. And so the finale for this one comes when this is slid over and a secret compartment is revealed. Now this is a very small secret compartment, but you're able to hide a couple of pearls in here. And so that feels kind of special, because who doesn't like to find little gems hidden in their puzzle box? All right, this is Rainbow Road, and this is one of our more tricky designs, but we started this one with the intention of a bigger finale. And the finale in this one is that the inside is basically revealed. So there's a lid for the whole thing, and if you want, you can put something in it, but after the final steps are solved, you're able to slide this lid off and get to the interior here. We have a money piece still right here to sort of say, yeah, that's the big ending. But that's more impressive, because this box was very minimalist on the exterior. And so then to remove the lid and to be able to see the inside, to see how it works and everything, it's really satisfying. So this puzzle box is a very complicated, tricky one to solve, and it has a bigger ending. And this one was designed a little bit more with the ending in mind. All right, this one's a Gumball machine, and it's basically this cavity, this bigger cavity here, this chamber on the inside that's filled up with a lot of little round 1x1 plates and tiles. So when you're picking a finale and designing the finale, part of that choice is to, especially when you're dealing with Legos, is to decide how far out or within the Lego universe is the finale going to be? Is this a puzzle box that's competing with metallic or wooden puzzle boxes? Or is this one that has sort of a in the realm of Lego reveal? And so this one is a little bit more in the realm of Lego. And so when this gets pulled out here, a piece can drop like that. And I'm gonna tip it up so they'll fall out now. And then all the pieces fall out. And I'll show you a little bit more about this one right now. I'll take the top off here. And so here's the Gumball machine, the head of the Gumball. And you'll see that it's got all these little cheese wedge pieces on the interior just to help everything glide down into the middle. And we have is that a 3 wide? It is. It's a 3x3 opening here. And that having a bigger opening helps things fall through. And with Legos, you may think that having a 2x2 opening is big enough, but things will jam up. And here's the other part of this component. So I've got a couple of 2x2 corner brick towers here. And I've got this little slider plate right here like this. I'll just pull this out. So you can see this has this sort of X pattern here, and it's just loaded up with cheese wedges so that as it falls, all of these plates can fall out. Here's what the bottom looks like. And so this sort of fits in just like this. And it just drops when you pull the plug. This one is Ben Franklin's locker. And the finale on this one is that a drawer opens up and you have a big money on the inside. Okay? And so this drawer right here is a pretty big finale. And when we started this box, we started designing it from the perspective of this drawer. We wanted to have a drawer that would hold real money in a big box here. So we did this drawer. And one thing that's kind of neat that I want to show you is that, this is the last step here. This is a very modular thing. So when you create a new finale, you can sometimes couple that with different puzzles. So here's the inside of this, and you can learn how to make the Ben Franklin's locker at the tutorial that I'll link to right here. But we have this thing here, and we have this little lock that, when it's lifted up, allows the drawer to come in and out like this. Okay, so when it's not in there, it does freely. When it's in, it locks it, and then when it's raised, it allows it to slide again. Okay. Now, the only thing that's needed here is an interface with this locking mechanism. This needs to prevent. There needs to be something in the puzzle that you're making that prevents this from being pushed upward. There's a lot of different ways to do that, and I have a totally different puzzle that rests on this same finale. So this is one, on the outside it might look the same because it's got the same, it's got sort of the same footprint, right? Because it rests on top. Although I could have made it a little bit differently, or I could have made the drawer bigger or smaller or that sort of thing. But when you have a finale that you like, maybe you want to use that in a different puzzle. So, so here I have this one, and it sits right here. Now there is a slight difference. If I flip this and show you the underside of these two, you'll see this one has entry for the lock here. It sits right here, okay? And that prevents the lock from being pushed up. This one has a slightly different design, and so it's shifted over one spot. So I created just a different key, a different lock here that's shifted over one spot. Now this sits in the same cabinet like that. It prevents this from opening. When it's raised, it allows the cabinet to open, but it's this lock is shifted over to accommodate this other puzzle that I have. And so this one can be placed on top. It's a very unique puzzle to the last one. It's about as different as you can imagine, but it uses the same finale. And having a finale that's dramatic really increases the effect and the love of the puzzle by the people who are solving it. And then we have this old Mac computer, and I'm not gonna spoil this one. This one has a really dramatic finale. We're really excited about it. This is a really neat puzzle box, and you're gonna have to wait to see what the finale is and the solution is to this one. Here, I'll just spin this around a little bit though, so you can sort of see what it looks like from the sides. It's even got a little floppy drive here that can shoot out your floppy disk. So the best place to start making a new puzzle box is by thinking about the ending. And if you come up with your own finales, let me know. Even if you just have an idea, put a note in the comments. I'll try to make it and see if I can scratch it together for you and post a video of it. So let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks.